Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the ROK, the Republic of Korea. It's an awesome, wild place, but there's some good experiences to be had here. So, as everyone's chilling in quarantine, I thought I'd make really basic life pro tips. Uh, deal with the ROK language barrier thing video. So we've all got kind of a lot of stuff going on, things that you can't read, or you're like, what does that say? How do I make this go? Basic things. So Google Translate can do a couple different things that are really helpful. And so first is just the basic like Korean to English dirty translate. So let's say you got something and you're like, what is this action? Go hit Google Translate. First download your Korea pack and then hit Google Translate in camera, and it's pretty good, especially if your internet's solid. It'll basically live translate, whatever is going on in the image or the range of whatever your camera's capturing right now. So you notice that it kind of shifts back and forth, and that's just the algorithm trying to figure out like what matters and what doesn't. So that's one option. Another camera option is to import a photo. This is really helpful when you're like, the camera is kind of jumping around a lot, especially if the surfaces are curved or there's a glare or it's just not working very great. So you can take a picture of whatever it is you're looking at. Yeah, this is actually my photo library. This is some ginseng chicken soup that's really good for the hot days right now. Highly recommend it. Samgyetang. Anyway, take a picture of whatever it is that you're trying to translate, and you'll see that as it scans the picture, it's like, okay, we think that this is Korean. Can you please highlight the items that you would like translated? So let's say you're trying to make some kind of awesome Korean food thing that you just grabbed from the grocery store. Highly recommend it. Hotdog for everybody. Get some hotdog packs and make these. They're like cinnamon pancakes, basically. They're so good, especially in the winter. All right, highlight your instructions, and then basically you get bounced to this page where it's like, okay, step 1, remove the fat. Step 2, don't open the bag. These are medicinal kind of ingredients that you add to the certain soup that we're making, chicken soup, yada, yada, yada. So, this generally works pretty nicely as well. The life pro tip occurs when, let's say your translation's super wonky, or you're just the kind of person that's like, yo, my time is valuable. I am valuable. I like high quality things. And you just like to get the best out of life. I respect that. You're cool. What you do is I recommend do a dual translation. So there is a greater lexicon between Korean and Japanese, because history, and then Japanese and English because World War II post-occupation. That if you translate Korean stuff into Japanese first and then take the Japanese translation and move that to English, you'll get a higher quality translation. So what you do here is you can basically flip this into Japanese first. So, all right, I just took that Korean text that I'd highlighted in my picture, and I now said, hey, could you actually flip that into Japanese for me? And Google Translate, like, yeah, I got you, fam. Then basically hit the little dual arrows here in the middle, flip Japanese now to the left, and deselect Korean and select English instead. And what will result is a higher quality translation, less grammatical awkwardness, sometimes just outright better like clarity, because of said reasons I listed before. So yeah, this is kind of the basics. It'll get you through a lot of situations, especially when you're trying to figure out what you're dealing with in object form or appliance form and you have life to live. Conversation and voice functions, I don't really use those quite as much. I find that the microphone maybe is not as good, but who knows? I mean, maybe it's gotten better. I have been here a minute, so it wasn't super great when I landed, and I just get by in other very creative ways. Anyway, so Google Translate's your friend. Welcome to Korea. Oh, there's my spouse just checking in. And I hope you have a good time.